Said Washington, all eyes turn to the Supreme Court today, which hears a momentous case with the potential to reshape this year's presidential election. Justices must decide if the Constitution even allows Donald Trump to be on the ballot. In potentially the most consequential election case in nearly a quarter century, the Supreme Court today hears oral arguments about whether former President Donald Trump is ineligible to run for the White House again and therefore can be kept off the ballot. In December, the Colorado Supreme Court ruled that he should be because of his attempts to overturn his loss in the 2020 election, which crescendoed on January 6, 2021. The former president appealed to the Supreme Court. People have already been lining up outside the court, hoping to secure a coveted seat inside to witness the arguments themselves.
This is a landmark decision, and I want to be in the room where it happens, to quote Hamilton.
Section 3 of the 14th Amendment disqualifies office holders who engaged in insurrection from taking power again. The justices, 3 of whom former President Trump selected, must grapple with whether Section 3 applies to him. The former president argues that keeping him off the ballot would effectively disenfranchise millions of his supporters. The current president, Joe Biden, weighed in December.
Now, whether the 14th Amendment applies, I'll let the court make that decision. But he certainly supported an insurrection. And no question about it. None. Zero.
Yet last week, President Biden said he's, quote, fine with the former president being on the ballot. Former President Trump faces 4 criminal trials, including one over his mishandling of classified information. To a lesser degree, President Biden has also faced scrutiny for how he handled classified documents found at his home in Delaware and at a think tank office he used in Washington. Yesterday, in a letter, Attorney General Merrick Garland told congressional leaders that Special Counsel Robert Hur has concluded his investigation into how President Biden handled classified information. The letter gave no indication that the Justice Department plans to charge anyone. And Garland also says in that letter that he is committed to making as much of the special counsel's report public as possible.